Alright, YouTube friends, here goes nothing. I've tried this several times to record this screencast, and it just sucks up the CPU. I'm using Linux Ubuntu 12.04 long-term support, and I'm messing around with it for the last about a month and a half. I've been using it a lot more than Windows, and I'm finding it's very user-friendly, and I've switched to the GNOME shell desktop, the classic view. I don't like Unity that much right now, and I like being able to have access to all the different categories here and then the applications. But just in case this video is jumpy or anything like that, I don't have to do a whole lot of editing if I can keep from it. So I'm using Cheese down here to record my face. I'm gonna disable this when I actually start recording, or start going into the video here, the little applications. But I'm going to do one of these at a time and release these weekly. This is going to be some great alternatives, great free alternatives to neck diagram software. Now, I personally use neck diagram software. I purchased it and I love it, but I realize that some of you may not be able to afford, the full package of neck diagram software, which can run you about $50. You can buy a standard version of that at $25, but it only allows you to make chords. Doesn't allow you to export, copy and paste into like OpenOffice or Microsoft Office, or if you're in Linux, LibreOffice. And it doesn't allow you to have a scale generator, so you kind of got to do all that stuff by one dot at a time, one note at a time. So it's worth it to buy the Pro version, especially if you're going to use it quite often. If you're coming out with guitar courses like I am, or if you're using it for students and you need to create your own diagrams, then it's definitely worth it. But if you just want to settle for chords right now, then by all means buy the standard version. But this is going to be about free alternatives to neck diagram software, and we're going to get right into this, and we'll go ahead and disable Cheese so that it doesn't take up a lot of recording space. I see on my terminal over here that it's taking up 50% of CPU, so I've got to quit that. So I'm going to quit Cheese here, and I'm going to bring up the first one, which is Cordfind.com. Now this is the first. Hey, like that. I like the wobbly windows feature in Linux. Awesome. Cordfind.com is really the first chord diagram software that I found, and this was a long time ago. This site has been around for a long time, which kind of disappoints me that they haven't really updated it at all. I mean, it's still got the same look it had 10 years ago. 2007, the latest version is March 2006, so this is really out of date. It's 7 years old now. 7 years out of date, let's put it that way. 7 years out of date. And so yeah, it's not being updated at all apparently, so it's just stuck here. This is the top 5 list. Out of my top 5, this is number 5. This is one that I found, one of the first ones that I found. But as you can see, you can choose the chords here, what you want it to be. The key, you can choose the chords, or you can choose what are called special chords, and all these is what I call slash chords. And a slash chord is when you have the first letter is the name of the chord, the second letter beyond the slash is the bass note. So if you wanted to play C with a G in the bass, you would select that. We do have all kinds of different types here. We got major, minor, some 7, some add 9, some augmented, diminished, suspended, a bunch of different ones. But as you can see up here, it shows you what the chord looks like. Right now we're in C major, okay? And you can play what that sounds like. I think, pretty sure, oh, MIDI. You have to click MIDI down here and it will play it for you. Okay, so you see what it does. It kind of goes into a different thing, and I can't really tell it to go to a different window. It's always going to do that, even if I middle click it. So we'll go back here. Let's find us another chord. Let's do a, I don't know, let's do a D major 7. It's one of my favorite ones. It shows you what you can do. Up here, this shows you that this is a bar. We're on the 2nd fret. We have 15 frets total. We have here's the notes that are open, that are behind the nut here, and here's the ones that you don't play, that are muted, the ones that are the X. Okay, we have from the lowest string to the highest string. And if we wanted to hear this chord, we click MIDI again. Let me get a little closer so you can hear that one more time. Okay, so it kind of gives you an idea of that. Let's see, we can click for some variations, and for some reason it just took me back to C major, which I do not like about that. So let's go back to the D major 7 and give me variations here. I click variations. It shows me up the neck how I can create this chord. We have a bar here, the 5th fret, and it doesn't show me the fingering, so you kind of have to guess that. This is typically going to be the 1st finger. Anything behind these other notes is typically going to be the 1st finger, the bar. This will be your middle finger, your pinky finger, and your ring finger right here. Let's do another variation. Okay, so it gives me several variations that I can use, going back to the first one. And if I say chord info here, let's see what it tells me. Okay, good. It tells me the name, it tells me which string I'm using, it tells me which fret, it tells me the notes that I'm using. Okay, and once again, this is even longer. This is 13 years out of date. We only, did this for 2 years apparently, so that's not good. So once again, let's go to a special chord, a D/A or C/G. These are open notes. You play regular C with your ring finger here and your pinky here, and I know this because that's how I play it. So it shows you how to play chords with different notes in the bass. You play a regular D with your thumb here on the 2nd fret for the F sharp note, and it's a really nice sounding chord. Let's go ahead and listen to what that sounds like. Let's try that again. Once again, I have to reset this thing. For some reason it doesn't want to play. If I hit refresh, it'll probably, yes, go back to this. So for some reason that does not want to play a sound. That's alright. The other thing it has here is a reverse chord find. There is one of my particularly favorite chords is called an E minor 9, and let me just go ahead and type these in here, what that's going to be. Actually, I think I might be able to move these too. Yes, no, can't move that for some reason. Okay, so you can't create your own chords apparently by doing this. It won't let you. Okay, so let's see, that's going to be if I click reverse chord find, it doesn't know the name of this chord. So like I said, this has not been updated for a long time, so this is number 5 just because if you can't find anything else. But trust me, there are much better sites out there than this one. It does have some keyboard chords, 4-string chords like a ukulele, I guess, and some I think it has, well, it may not have a left-handed chord find, I'm not sure. But this is not very good for if you wanted to print chords as well. Now I'm not going to spend any time going to this side. I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to worry about printing any of these because these are not very printer friendly. They don't look very well. Like I said, there's all kinds of other ones that I'm going to show you in the next few videos of what you could use. But just for the number 5 alternative to neck diagram software that's free, maybe for personal use or for anything like that, maybe for something quick, this is Cordfind.com. Apparently it says they have a new tab transposer, which if it's new, I wonder how new, seeing as this is only dates to March of 2006. But okay, so that's going to be it for this video. So that's Cordfind.com, and that is number 5, like I said, a great alternative to neck diagram software. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll look forward to showing you another video very, very soon.